Achieving success begins with desire and demands relentless effort. Success is not a mystery. It is not hidden in luck, in fortune, or in waiting for the world to hand it to you. It is a simple equation, brutal in its clarity. Desire plus effort equals achievement. One cannot exist without the other. Desire alone is a flame without fuel, bright for a moment, then gone. Effort alone is labor without direction, sweat wasted on empty soil. Together, they become unstoppable. Desire is the hunger in your chest that refuses to be ignored. It is the vision that wakes you before sunrise, the thought that follows you into the night. But desire is not enough. It must be poured into action. You must move. You must do. The man who wants success and does nothing is like a farmer who dreams of a harvest, but never tills the soil. History gives us men who embodied this truth. Consider Alexander the Great. His desire to conquer, to expand, to test the limits of the known world, burned in his veins. But desire alone would not have moved armies, would not have built empires. Every day he rode, he strategized, he faced danger head-on. Desire sparked the fire, but effort carried the torch through mountains and rivers, over walls and into the hearts of men. Another example, Thomas Edison. He desired to bring light to darkness. That desire alone would have made him dreamer or visionary, admired only in theory. But he worked tirelessly. Thousands of experiments, endless failure. Each day, he burned more energy than most men do in a lifetime, because he knew that desire must meet effort if it is to become reality. The bulb he lit was not the result of inspiration alone. It was the product of unrelenting labor, driven by a vision that refused to die. And this is the secret every man must understand. Desire without effort is fantasy. Effort without desire is meaningless toil. Success is born where the two meet. Your vision must be strong enough to ignite a fire, and your work must be disciplined enough to feed it. There is no shortcut. There is no substitute. Desire and effort are the twin forces that shape every accomplishment, every breakthrough, every victory worth having. So hear this clearly. If you wish to achieve, first fan the flame of desire. Then, every day, pour the water of effort onto it. Only together will they create light in your world. Desire is not casual. It is not a passing fancy or a daydream to entertain while life happens around you. True desire is a force that demands recognition. It makes you restless in the night, uneasy in your chair, impatient with mediocrity. It is not satisfied with maybe or someday. It insists, now or never. But desire alone is fragile. Left unacted upon, it fades like a candle in the wind. Effort is its partner, its necessary companion. Effort is the bridge between wanting and having. It is the daily grind, the repetition, the sweat, the discipline that transforms longing into reality. Effort is not always glamorous. It is often quiet, unseen, unnoticed by others. Yet it is the heartbeat of achievement. Without it, desire is a hollow echo. With it, the faintest spark becomes an inferno. Look at the life of Napoleon Bonaparte. His desire was vast, not merely to lead, but to leave a mark that would endure beyond time itself. Yet desire alone did not crown him emperor. Day after day, he studied maps, trained soldiers, endured hardship, strategized endlessly. Every effort was an extension of his desire. And because he married the two, he rose from obscurity to shape Europe. Desire gave him direction. Effort gave him momentum. The same principle appears in science, art, and invention. Consider Marie Curie. Desire drove her to uncover secrets of the unseen world, to chase knowledge others ignored. Effort demanded long hours in harsh laboratories, exposure to elements most would avoid, relentless repetition of experiments. Desire fueled her vision. Effort carried it to results that changed humanity. Without both, her discoveries would have remained dreams scribbled in notebooks. Here is the truth, plain and unflinching. There is no achievement without desire. There is no fulfillment without effort. They are inseparable. Each fuels the other. Desire without effort breeds frustration, regret, and unfulfilled potential. Effort without desire breeds exhaustion, aimless toil, and emptiness. But when they combine, they produce power. The power to shape your life, to claim your goals, to leave a mark that endures. Desire is the compass. Effort is the journey. One points the way, the other moves you forward. A man may have immense ambition, to write a book, to build a company, to change the lives of thousands. But without effort, desire is direction without movement. The map may be clear, the goal visible, but until your legs carry you forward, it remains a dream. Consider the life of Elon Musk. His desire to transform transportation, energy, and even the reach of humanity into space burned in him like an unquenchable fire. But desire alone never launched rockets, never built electric cars, never created batteries capable of changing an industry. Day after day, year after year, effort compounded. Hours turned into days, days into years, failures into lessons. The vision demanded action, and action became the vehicle through which his desire manifested in the real world. Effort is rarely sudden. It is often quiet, steady, almost invisible to those who watch from the outside. It is the countless decisions to keep going when enthusiasm fades, the persistence of practice when results are slow, the refusal to surrender when obstacles appear. Effort is discipline wearing the skin of routine, and it is in that routine that desire finds its wings. Historical examples abound because this principle is universal. Consider the sculptor Michelangelo. He desired to free the figures trapped in marble. Yet desire alone would have left blocks of stone untouched. Day after day, hammer, chisel, sweat, and patience transformed stone into the David. Desire revealed the potential. Effort made it reality. One without the other is hollow. One with the other is immortal. No matter how strong your longing, it is only through deliberate, persistent effort that desire becomes achievement. There is no shortcut, no magic, no substitute. Desire fuels, effort builds. Together, they carve destiny. Desire is fire. Effort is fuel. Together, they forge a man capable of shaping his own destiny. But understand this. Both must be present. Both must be constant. Desire without effort flickers and dies. Effort without desire grinds the spirit to dust. Success is born at the intersection of the two, where longing meets action, where vision meets discipline. Think of Winston Churchill. During the darkest days of World War II, his desire was clear: to defend his nation, to stand firm against tyranny. Yet desire alone would have been meaningless. It was his relentless effort, in speeches, in strategy, in unyielding work, that turned vision into action. Every word, every plan, every sleepless night was an embodiment of desire meeting effort. Without one or the other, history might have taken a very different path. Effort often requires sacrifice. It asks you to endure boredom, to repeat tasks, to labor long hours with no immediate reward. Desire gives it meaning. Effort without purpose is empty. Desire without effort is fantasy. The man who achieves greatness does not complain about the labor. He embraces it because he knows it carries his desire into reality. Consider the athlete who dreams of Olympic gold. Desire fuels the dream, the podium, the medal, the achievement. Effort is the daily grind. Early mornings, strict training, countless repetitions. The refusal to quit even when muscles ache and spirit tires. Without desire, the effort feels meaningless. Without effort, the desire remains a wish. Together, they produce excellence. The fire of desire must be fed with the wood of effort. Only then does it become a light strong enough to illuminate the path to success. Every man who achieves knows this truth. Desire is the spark, but effort is the storm that carries it forward. Desire stirs the heart, sets vision alight, awakens ambition. Effort is the daily pounding, the repetition, the persistence, the sweat, the focus, the refusal to stop even when the body and mind scream to quit. Without both, success remains a whisper of possibility, a shadow of what could have been. Look at the life of Ludwig van Beethoven. His desire to compose music that would transcend time burned brighter than most men's passions. Yet desire alone did not produce symphonies. Effort drove him to the keyboard for hours on end, refining each note, reworking each phrase, pushing himself past fatigue and frustration. Desire created the dream. Effort made it audible to the world. One without the other would have left silence. Effort is rarely glamorous. It is quiet, persistent, almost invisible. Yet it transforms desire into reality. It asks for discipline when inspiration fades, for perseverance when progress seems slow, for courage when doubt creeps in. Desire without effort is hope without foundation. Effort without desire is motion without direction. Together, they become unstoppable. Even in the world of invention, this truth holds. Nikola Tesla desired to harness electricity to change the world. But desire alone never lit a city, never powered a motor, never transmitted signals across continents. Every hour of labor, every experiment, every failure, every sleepless night was effort guided by desire. Tesla's genius was not in wanting. It was in working ceaselessly to make the wanting matter. Desire and effort are not abstract concepts. They are the practical tools of success, the twin engines of achievement. Desire tells you what to chase. Effort carries you across the terrain. One points the way, the other moves your legs. Without both, a man may wander endlessly, exhausted but unfulfilled. With both, mountains become trails, obstacles become lessons, and dreams become reality. Consider the story of George Washington. He desired a nation free from tyranny. That desire, burning in his heart, alone could not create a republic. It required effort. Years of strategy, campaigning, battles, leadership under impossible pressure. Desire lit the vision. Effort brought it to life. His triumph was not magic. It was the persistent application of will guided by purpose. Effort demands more than action. It demands consistency. Small, repeated actions compound over time. Each day you act in alignment with desire. You build momentum. Each day you refuse effort. You drift further from possibility. Success is rarely sudden. It is cumulative. Desire initiates, but effort sustains. Together, they carve pathways where none existed. Even in personal mastery, this principle holds. Consider a musician learning their craft. Desire creates longing, the yearning to play, to express, to connect. Effort is hours of practice, scales repeated, mistakes corrected, patience endured. Desire without effort produces frustration. Effort without desire produces mechanical motion. Together, they produce artistry that touches the soul. The secret of success is simple, but it is not easy. Desire ignites the journey. Effort carries it forward. Together, they create a force no circumstance can resist. Men who fail often mistake one for the other. They dream without working or labor without clarity. The world does not reward intention alone, nor toil alone. Only when desire fuels effort do results emerge. Take the example of Abraham Lincoln. His desire was clear, to preserve a nation and uphold its principles. Yet desire alone would not have made him president, nor saved a country on the brink of collapse. It was his tireless effort, reading, writing, campaigning, reflecting, acting, that converted vision into history. Desire set the target. Effort hit it repeatedly, patiently, persistently. Effort is not always dramatic. It is often invisible. It is waking early, doing the work no one sees, persevering when inspiration falters, when results are slow, when the world doubts you. Desire without this action is only a flicker. Effort without desire is meaningless labor. But together, they are a storm that shapes reality. Consider Henry Ford. He desired to make automobiles accessible to the common man. His desire alone would have been a dream. But through relentless experimentation, refining assembly lines, and enduring repeated failures, effort transformed vision into industry. Desire illuminated the path. Effort walked it, step by step. Desire sets the goal. Effort achieves it. Ignore either, and success slips away. Honor both, and nothing can stop you. Desire is not idle longing. Effort is not occasional work. Together, they form the rhythm of every meaningful achievement. Desire without effort is a story never written, a mountain never climbed, a life never lived. Effort without desire is motion without meaning, a wheel spinning in empty air. Success emerges only where the two converge. Look at the life of Michael Jordan. His desire to dominate basketball was legendary, but desire alone would have left him another talented player. Effort, the thousands of shots taken before dawn, the endless drills, the relentless conditioning, transformed desire into greatness. Every moment of labor carried the weight of his ambition. Every drop of sweat was a vote for the vision in his heart. Effort magnifies desire. Desire fuels effort. They are inseparable. Without consistent effort, desire becomes wishful thinking. Without desire, effort becomes blind repetition. The men who leave their mark on the world are those who understand this. Action, sustained and deliberate, is the only language desire speaks fluently. Even in invention, this principle reigns. The Wright brothers desired flight. That desire could have lived as sketches and dreams. But effort, hundreds of trials, failures, crashes, adjustments, made it tangible. They did not rely on inspiration alone. They worked relentlessly. Desire showed the possibility. Effort made it real. Desire and effort are not separate forces. They are partners in creation. Desire is the vision, the longing, the fire in your chest. Effort is the bridge, the motion, the repeated steps that carry that fire into the world. Without desire, effort is blind. Without effort, desire is meaningless. Success exists only where they meet and fuse into relentless action. Consider the life of Steve Jobs. He desired to create technology that was elegant, intuitive, and transformative. Desire alone would have left only ideas in a notebook. Effort, years of refinement, testing, arguments, setbacks, and sleepless nights brought those ideas into reality. Every product, every innovation, every breakthrough was a marriage of vision and work. Desire created the spark. Effort fed it until it burned brightly in the world. Effort is never glamorous. It is daily repetition, unseen persistence, the labor that builds habits and strengthens resolve. Desire gives it purpose. It turns sweat into meaning, repetition into progress, struggle into mastery. Men who achieve greatness understand this. Effort is not a burden. It is the vehicle through which desire travels. Even in art, this is evident. Vincent van Gogh's desire was to capture the world in color and emotion. Effort drove him to paint tirelessly, often in obscurity, often in hardship, until his vision could be shared with the world. Desire motivated him. Effort realized him. Without either, his paintings would have remained unrealized ideas. Desire is the seed. Effort is the water and sunlight that make it grow. One cannot flourish without the other. Many men mistake desire for achievement, thinking that wishing hard enough is enough. Others labor endlessly without purpose, mistaking motion for progress. True success emerges only when desire and effort join, each feeding and sustaining the other. Consider Mahatma Gandhi. His desire was profound, freedom for his people through justice and truth. Yet desire alone would have remained vision. Effort, daily marches, fasts, negotiations, speeches, and unwavering discipline translated vision into reality. Desire guided him. Effort carried him. Every step, every sacrifice, every act was a demonstration of the law of success. Desire plus effort equals achievement. Effort requires courage. It demands doing what is difficult, uncomfortable, or unseen. Desire provides a reason. It turns struggle into meaning and pain into purpose. Without desire, effort is burdensome. Without effort, desire is futile. The men who achieve greatness understand this principle intimately. They wake early, endure setbacks, repeat actions, and push relentlessly toward the vision burning within them. Even in science, the pattern holds. Consider Alexander Fleming. He desired to combat infection and save lives. His effort, meticulous experiments, careful observation, and repeated testing transformed a simple mold into the life-saving miracle of penicillin. Desire illuminated the path. Effort carved it into existence. Desire alone is fragile. Effort alone is directionless. Together, they form the foundation of every meaningful accomplishment. The man who understands this does not wait for perfect conditions or sudden inspiration. He cultivates desire, fans it with vision, and pours effort into it daily until it becomes unstoppable. Success is never accidental. It is forged where longing meets relentless work. Consider Winston Churchill once more. His desire was to protect his nation and lead it through war. Effort demanded tireless speeches, careful strategy, countless meetings, and sleepless nights. Desire provided clarity and purpose. Effort delivered the results. Without both, victory would have been impossible. Together, they created history. Effort strengthens desire, and desire sharpens effort. They feed each other. A man who desires greatness will work harder, endure more, and persevere longer. A man who works consistently will see his desire crystallize into results. There is no achievement without this union. Every successful life demonstrates it. Every failure proves the danger of ignoring it. Even in literature, this law is clear. Shakespeare desired to explore the human soul. His effort, writing, rewriting, studying, observing, enduring criticism, brought his vision to life. Desire lit the way. Effort built the bridge. One without the other would have left only fragments, but together they created timeless works. Desire is not fleeting. Effort is not occasional. Success belongs to the man who nurtures desire and commits to effort daily, relentlessly, without excuses. Desire sets the vision. Effort executes it. One without the other is powerless. Together, they form the force that moves mountains, changes lives, and leaves legacies. Consider the story of Elon Musk once again. His desire to colonize Mars, to revolutionize energy, to reshape transportation, burned hotter than most men's ambitions. But desire alone never launched rockets or built factories. Effort, years of grueling work, failed launches, financial risk, sleepless nights, turned his longing into tangible results. Desire gave the direction. Effort carried him forward step by step. Every man who achieves greatness knows that effort magnifies desire. Each day, action feeds ambition. Each hour, persistence strengthens vision. Without effort, desire withers into frustration. Without desire, effort becomes hollow, repetitive labor. Only the combination produces power, the kind that reshapes your reality, molds your character, and leaves the world no choice but to notice. Even in invention, this law applies. Marie Curie desired to uncover the secrets of radioactivity. That desire alone would have remained a dream scribbled on paper. Her effort, countless experiments, long hours in harsh conditions, meticulous observation, brought discovery into reality. Desire revealed the goal, effort delivered it. Success is rarely sudden. It is not a stroke of luck or an accident of circumstance. It is the product of desire fueled by effort, day after day, until the world bends to the will of a man determined to achieve. Desire gives the vision, the purpose, the reason to rise. Effort is the persistent application, the daily work that transforms thought into reality. One without the other is powerless. Together, they are unstoppable. Look at the life of Richard Branson. His desire to build a global business empire was vast, but desire alone did not create airlines, record labels, or space ventures. Effort, long nights, calculated risks, tireless travel, and relentless problem-solving converted ambition into reality. Desire pointed the way. Effort walked it relentlessly. Each success was a testament to the union of the two forces. Effort is not always glamorous, but it is always necessary. It is the repeated choice to act, to persist, to endure hardship. Desire transforms this labor into purpose. Effort turns desire into tangible results. Without one, the other falters. The man who understands this does not wait for motivation to strike. He creates it through deliberate action. Even in art, the principle holds. Beethoven's desire to express human emotion through music was profound. Effort, daily practice, experimentation, endless refinement allowed his vision to transcend limitations. Desire created the dream. Effort realized it. Without both, masterpieces would remain unseen, unheard, and unremembered. Desire and effort are the unbreakable pillars of success. Desire ignites the journey, but effort carries it forward, step by step, hour by hour, day by day. There are no shortcuts. There are no exceptions. Men who achieve greatness understand that every victory is the product of this unrelenting combination. Desire without effort is only a dream. Effort without desire is only motion. Together, they are unstoppable. Consider the life of Steve Wozniak. He desired to create computers that anyone could use. Desire alone would have left sketches and ideas. Effort, countless nights soldering circuits, testing designs, enduring failure after failure, turned that desire into revolutionary technology. Desire showed in the future. Effort built it piece by piece. This is the law of success in action. Vision energized by persistent work. Effort is the proof of desire. Without effort, desire is idle. Without desire, effort is meaningless. They feed each other. The man who wants success must cultivate desire strong enough to awaken him before dawn and commit to effort fierce enough to carry him through the day. Every accomplishment, every breakthrough, every milestone in history is the result of this principle. Even in leadership, this truth reigns. Abraham Lincoln desired to preserve a nation. His effort, speeches, debates, letters, battles, and daily decisions transformed desire into historic impact. Desire set the course. Effort sailed the ship. Without both, the nation's course might have been very different. Now, understand this as plainly as possible. Success is never an accident. It is the deliberate product of desire married to effort. Desire lights the fire in your heart, sets your vision ablaze, and calls you toward what is possible. Effort is the hands that build, the legs that carry you forward, the persistence that turns possibility into reality. One without the other achieves nothing. Together, they create power, momentum, and results. Look to history, look to life, look to every man who has left a mark on the world. Alexander the Great desired to conquer. He acted relentlessly. Edison desired light. He experimented tirelessly. Beethoven desired expression. He practiced endlessly. Each succeeded not because of luck or chance or inspiration alone, but because they paired burning desire with relentless effort. This is the unspoken rule the world does not announce. If you want something, you must want it enough to do the work it demands. There is no substitution, no excuses, no shortcuts. Your desire is the spark. Your effort is the fuel. Together, they burn away doubt, inertia, and fear, leaving only achievement. So hear this clearly and take it to heart. Success is the child of desire and effort. Feed it, nurture it, honor it. Every day you act, every day you persist, you edge closer to the life you imagine. Desire without effort dies. Effort without desire wastes your life. But together, they make you unstoppable.